Remember when pickups were considered purely utilitarian vehicles? Yup, that's no longer the case. Aside from being utilitarian, pickups have also evolved to become lifestyle vehicles. They have the latest tech, they have premium interiors, and enhanced handling both on-road and off-road. In this video, we'll rank mid-size pickups in different categories, and then we're gonna choose our overall winner. So what's the best pickup of 2023? Let's find out. First category is Best Interior. At third place is a newcomer. The Foton Thunder's interior looks like it belongs to a car or a crossover rather than a pickup. You get kilted leather, a power adjustable driver's seat, both front seats are heated, it gets a 10-inch screen. Unfortunately, there's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but it does have a reverse camera with active guidelines. And not that it matters, but this costs a lot less than the other pickups in this category. And we have the Dmax LS-E 4x4 and the Mazda BT50 tied at second place. Now last year we gave them two different spots. This year, since both vehicles are too similar, we're gonna give them both one spot if they're tied, to give a spot to another contender. The BT50 is based on the Dmax, and their interiors look very similar. Both get a brown and black color scheme. It's mostly the upper parts of the dashboards that are different. But overall, in terms of design and materials, they are on equal footing. The Ranger Raptor has a very similar interior to last year's winner, the Ranger Wildtrak, but the Ranger Raptor has a bit more extra sauce. Aside from the orange accents and the Raptor badging, the Ranger Raptor has power seats for both the driver and the passenger, whereas the Wildtrak only has a power driver's seat. The Ranger Raptor gets a bigger 12.4 instrument cluster, while the Wildtrak only gets an 8-inch screen. And the Ranger Raptor gets an electronic shifter. Both get the biggest and the clearest screen in the segment, 12.4 inches in size, and the most modern-looking interior in its class. Next category is Best Pickup under 1.4 million pesos. At third place is the Foton Thunder 4x2 automatic. At this price bracket, the Foton Thunder has the nicest interior. It also has decent NVH and a not too bad looking exterior. It's actually the biggest pickup in this class. At second place is the Navara VE 4x2. The Navara VE is the most affordable automatic variant of the Navara, and this is the only pickup in this class that comes with autonomous emergency braking. It also has dual zone climate control, regular cruise control, automatic headlights, and it also rides pretty well. And at first place is the Ford Ranger XLT. The Ranger XLT has the most modern looking interior in this price bracket. It comes with a large 10.25-inch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, a reverse camera, wireless charging, rain sensing wipers, automatic LED headlamps. It's also the most refined and most spacious in this price bracket. Next category is Best Pickup below 1.6 million. Now we have a couple of changes to this category. The Hilux Conquest is now a price bracket higher, so it's automatically been kicked out. And taking its place is the Hilux G, which has also received a price increase. It now sells for 1.46 million pesos. But that price increase isn't for nothing. It gets a lot of updates. It now has the Conquest front end. It gets a push start button, bigger 18-inch wheels, LED lighting, a leather-wrapped steering wheel, and an assisted liftgate. At second place is the Ranger Sport 4x2. The Ranger Sport 4x2 gets leather seats, although they're still manually adjustable. A wireless phone charger, the same 10.25-inch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. And like the other variants in the Ranger lineup, it gets a quiet engine, a spacious interior, and good ride quality. And at first place is the Navara VL 4x2. The VL 4x2 has almost the same features as the VL 4x4. It has leather seats, a 360 camera, autonomous emergency braking, and like the rest of the Navara lineup, the ride quality is pretty decent for a pickup. And the next category is the best pickup above 1.6 million pesos. At third place is the Dmax LS-E 4x4 and the BT50. Both pickups have good ADAS systems, much better than you get on the Hilux. They have nice interiors, they have excellent fuel economy, and it just feels like they're a generation ahead of the Navara and the Hilux. It sucks that they don't have a 360 camera, but their good points outweigh the bad. At second place is the Toyota Hilux GR-Sport. Toyota's answer to the Ranger Raptor is a pretty impressive sight. It's much wider and a lot taller than the regular Hilux. And it's not all looks, you also get suspension upgrades. And while it gets the same engine as the regular 2.8 Hilux, it's been retuned to produce more power. The Hilux GR-Sport has 221 horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque. That's 21 more horsepower and 50 more Newton meters compared to the regular 2.8. And our first placer in this category will be our best pickup of 2023. So let's save that one up for last. Next category is best in utility. This category is going to be about what pickups were initially designed to do. And that is to carry stuff. Since most of the pickups here have similar payload capacities at around 1,000 kilograms, give or take a few hundred, we're going to base this mostly on cargo bed volume. The Ford Ranger has the biggest bed in its class. It can fit a Euro pallet between the wheel arches. It has a lot more toys, including a 12-volt power outlet and an AC power outlet. It's a lot more configurable, and it also has an assisted liftgate. Now I give this to the Ranger Wildtrak and not the Ranger Raptor because the Raptor's softer suspension reduces payload capacity by a lot. The Wildtrak wins this category hands down. Both the BT50 and the Dmax have more cargo volume than the Hilux, but the Hilux has a longer bed, and length is more important than depth when it comes to cargo space. The Hilux also gets an assisted liftgate, so I'll give second place to the Hilux, and third place to the Dmax and BT50. Whichever pickup you choose though, you'll have enough space for our sponsor for today. Introducing the AutoSport Mobility Scooter. The world's most innovative mobility scooter. It folds into a small suitcase size, and it has wheels so you can move it around like a trolley. It separates into two parts. It has leather seats and grips, an illuminated LCD dashboard, enhanced lighting for extra visibility. You can install optional armrests. It's perfect for seniors as it's easy to lift and unfolds in seconds. It has a maximum speed of 10 kph, shock-absorbing flat-free tires, high ground clearance, advanced braking system. Be free to travel anywhere, land, sea, or air. It has 20 kilometers of continuous driving range. Engineered with flair, designed with passion for performance. Be active, be free, be yourself. AutoSport, moving life. Next category is Best in Tech. Tied at third place are the Isuzu Dmax and the BT50. Both the Dmax and BT50 have adaptive cruise control with stop-and-go function. They both have dual-zone climate control, a power-adjustable driver's seat. Both get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They both don't get a wireless phone charger, which is okay, but they also don't get a 360 camera, which is a pretty major omission. At second place is the Hilux GR-Sport. The GR-Sport comes with Toyota Safety Sense, which includes adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, rear cross-traffic alert, a 360 camera. It should be noted though that the adaptive cruise of the Hilux GRS does not have a stop-and-go function, as it has a minimum speed of 30 kph. And at first place is the Ranger Raptor. The Ranger Raptor is a tech peacock. It makes everything else look like relics of a distant automotive past. Aside from ADAS with stop-and-go function, it also has the biggest and sharpest screen in its class, the best 360 camera, it has an auto park function, power seats for both the driver and passenger, it has trail control, which is like adaptive cruise for off-roading, it has matrix adaptive LED headlamps, a wireless phone charger, it has lots of power outlets including 2 AC power outlets. If you want tech, the Ranger Raptor stands head and shoulders above everything else in this class. Next category is Best in Refinement. At third place is the Foton Thunder. Surprisingly, next to the Ranger Raptor, the Foton Thunder is one of the most quiet in its class. You don't hear the diesel clatter as much at idle, and even at 2000 RPM. The ride is passable for a pickup, but not as good as our second placer. At second place is the Navara Pro 4X. Now this one is quite a bit noisier than the Foton Thunder, but the ride is much better thanks to coil springs instead of these springs at the back. And at first place is the Ranger Raptor. The regular Ranger platform is already the best riding in its class. The Ranger Raptor rides even better than the Wildtrak thanks to Fox shocks and coil springs at the back. This is definitely the most comfortable and the most refined in its class by a mile. Next category is Best Exterior. Now, like last year, you get to decide the winner for this category. And you overwhelmingly voted for the Ranger Raptor, which got 67% of the votes. At second place is the Hilux GR-Sport, which got 17%, and then the Navara Pro 4X, which got 8%. Next category is Best Off-Roader. Now, to make this as subjective as possible, we'll base this on measurable things like ground clearance, approach and departure angles, tires, whether it has a differential lock, and whether it has off-road focused upgrades. At third place is the Navara Pro 4X. The Navara Pro 4X comes with Yokohama Geolandar GO15 tires, which have an aggressive tread which extends all the way to the shoulders of the tires. It has a ground clearance of 220mm, an approach angle of 36 degrees, departure angle of 20 degrees, and it also has a locking rear differential. At second place is the Hilux GR-Sport. Now, unlike the Navara Pro 4X, which is mechanically identical to the rest of the Navara lineup, the GR-Sport has off-road specific mechanical upgrades. It has a different suspension with KYB shocks, wider suspension arms, and increased ground clearance. It has a retuned engine that puts out more power. It also has a rear differential lock. Now, with all those upgrades, I'm not sure why Toyota went with these Geolandar G94 tires, which are actually smaller than the stock tires of the Conquest. The tread pattern is also not very aggressive. It has a ground clearance of 245mm, which is the second highest in this class. And obviously, the winner here is the most off-road focused of them all, the Ranger Raptor. Mechanically, the Ranger Raptor is very different from the regular Rangers. The chassis has been reinforced. The suspension is completely different front and back. It has longer suspension arms, Fox shocks, a Watts linkage at the back. It has 272 millimeters of ground clearance, which is the best in its class. Now we tried launching this in the air and it almost felt like landing on pillars. Also, this has the biggest and most aggressive tires here. It has 285/70 R17 Bridgestone tires, which offer excellent grip in muddy conditions. Okay, before I pick the winner for this year, let me first talk about why I didn't choose the others. The Dmax LS-E 4x4 has one of the nicest interiors in its class, and also one of the best ADAS systems in its class. However, it lacks a 360 camera. The engine is also very audible inside the cabin, and the ride is good, but not the best. And the same can be said of the BT50. The Navara Pro 4X is a good-looking pickup. It rides better and is a bit more quiet than the Dmax. It also comes with aggressive alternating tires, so this is a decent choice if you're into light off-roading. However, it lacks adaptive cruise control, the cabin is the least spacious in its class, and the dashboard is starting to look quite dated. The Strada is the oldest in its class. It's been a while since it was last updated, and it's in dire need of an update, which may come very soon. And the Hilux GR-Sport is a commendable effort from Toyota, but it's starting to look and feel dated. Also, it's not as well equipped as our winner for this year. My pick for the best pickup of 2023 is the most feature-packed, the most comfortable, the most refined, the most off-road capable, the best looking, the most badass mid-size pickup that you can buy in the Philippines. And that is the Ranger Raptor. Aside from the Ranger Raptor and the Hilux GR-Sport, we didn't get a lot of new models or major updates this year. Next year though might be a bit different. We'll have another major contender and we'll see how that one fares against our veterans.